Fightsplaining.
Yeah, countdown when you're about to run the intro.
Oh, it's running.
Oh shit. Part. Seems like a really long intro.
Alright, welcome everyone to Fightsplaining. I was gonna go over Raw bit by bit, and we're not gonna do that anymore. So, first let's just introduce ourselves. We'll start with me. I'm Chris Toggle Switch over there. That's, what's your name?
I'm Patrick Waste right here, baby.
Alright, Patrick Waste, Chris Toggle
Patrick
Switch.
Waste, baby.
Let's talk about how shitty that shit was shit. I always said if I started a wrestling podcast, I wouldn't just go on there and complain, because there's a lot of good to be seen in the current product. I can't even get through this fucking thing. It sucked. It sucked real bad. It was awful. Until every time Brock Lesnar was on screen, it was great. And not even because it was Brock Lesnar, just because it wasn't the rest of the show.
Well, Brock Lesnar was kind of like, I like how they just elevated him to the entitled douchebag. Like, whenever he was on camera tonight, he's like, he breaks Paul Heyman's cell phone.
Yeah, that was great.
And he's like, get me a steak, a baked potato, and some steamed broccoli. Like, come on, bro. Like, that was classic television.
That was fucking fantastic. Just fucking Archie Bunker and Hitler mixed together. It's fantastic.
Like, leave it to Paul Heyman to actually be able to get Roman Reigns over. Paul Heyman single-handedly incited a "We Want Roman" chant tonight.
I mean, it was also Brock Lesnar as well, just simply because everything they were saying is true. He doesn't give a shit about anyone, which is fantastic. Like, they had that to go on because it's true.
Yeah. I mean, it's good that they embraced it. Like, every good character in the WWE, whether it's The Rock or Stone Cold Steve Austin or shit, I don't even know anyone that's really that good. Like, maybe Braun Strowman on the mic, just because it's like an extension of who they are and what they look like.
Right.
You know what I mean? I think that's what they needed Brock Lesnar, instead of trying to make him to be out like this killing machine and all this shit. I mean, like, which he is, but you can't feed that guy lines. Like, you got to let him, just go. Just let him be him, cranked up to 11. Like, let the real Brock Lesnar come out.
It's true.
And I think that's what we saw tonight. And it was fucking great. It was phenomenal. But yeah, other than that, the other 97 and a half minutes of Monday Night Raw, straight garbage. Which match did I fall asleep during? I know I wrote it down. Oh yeah, AOP versus Apollo Crew. Apparently, like, the Authors of Pain are just, getting buried like every other NXT guy.
Oh, thank God they got promoted, right? That's fucking, yeah. Like, they were doing fantastic in NXT. You bring them up to the main roster, and, they'll soar. They'll do great. They'll be all over. You'll fall asleep immediately.
Absolutely fucking terrible. It was like a damn near squash match. But meanwhile, we had Finn Balor, Mr. fucking hold the match with Baron Corbin for damn near 40 fucking minutes of just headlock mania. Nope, he's going into the ropes. That was the entire fucking match. Oh, I'm sorry. There was about 97 Irish whips.
Well, he's Irish. He is Irish, so.
Don't give a fuck about being Irish. He sucks. He doesn't suck. That Suicide Senton was pretty fucking badass.
That was the best part of the
match. Other than that, that was the only best. Actually, the best part of that match was when the NXT banner came up underneath NXT Wednesday night, just scrolled on by. I was like, yeah, right. Something good's going to be on TV. Well, on the WWE network anyway. What else?
There was one other good part of Raw tonight where we actually got to see Ronda Rousey for the first time in forever. Actually,
oh yeah.
Yeah. What do you think of that?
That little judo throw takedown into that fucking armbar, man. Man, she makes that shit look so fucking slick, and she is like so believable when you see her attack. Like, she exploded out there tonight.
And her like vicious, her vicious angle slam is awesome too. Like, just it's so fast and so like it looks like she's breaking her legs with how fast she fucking snaps that angle slam.
When she did that, it hurt my back watching. I was like, wow, like I can't believe she just did that to herself. But yeah, that looks vicious, just like the velocity going to the mat. Like she makes her wrestling moves look believable. Yeah. Which I think is pretty badass in trying to sell somebody. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But before that, what else did I write about that match? Alexa Bliss is so hot. I want to drink her bathwater. Alicia Fox and poop on me. Ronda Rousey got cheeks, and then she came out swinging. Just fucking punked out Alexa Bliss. Made her look like the little bitch that she is.
Wait, what'd you say about the bathwater again? You kind of glossed over that. Well, wait, please go back to that point.
Oh yeah, I would definitely drink Alexa Bliss's bathwater. Like, no doubt. Like, twice on Sunday, like after the workout and after the match. Woo! Woo! And then I didn't see the fucking I didn't see the Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre match. Apparently that was like the only good match tonight. 3 hours of Monday Night Raw. 3 hours of Monday Night Raw. What'd they have? 4 matches? 5 matches?
Yeah. Well, they had another women's match. The what was it?
Yeah, Sasha Banks and Bayley versus the Riot Squad.
Yeah, that was really good. That was an actually amazing match.
Yeah, it looked like there was a couple missed moves or a couple missed spots there, but those chicks actually recovered really well.
That was the fucking main event, technically, and I think it earned it. It kind of stole the show as far as pure wrestling goes. It was a really well put on match and very violent. There were a lot of like knees to faces that looked just brutal. It was a great match.
Yeah, man. Yeah, those chicks are balling out in the ring. Like, I got to admit, I was actually impressed. I mean, that was definitely the best match of the night. I was just going to say something, but I'm pretty high. I forgot what I was going to say.
All right, let's get to the end. Let's get to Brock Lesnar fucking beating the living shit out of Kurt Angle.
Yeah, man, Brock Lesnar, I think it's really sad kind of because like he's about to leave and now like they're letting his personality shine through, you know what I mean? And I think he could have cut some really great promos that they just let him shoot from the hip.
Yeah, but at the same time, like I don't think they could have let him do this before, because letting his true colors shine through before would be him not showing up on TV and not giving a shit about the fact that he gets threatened to be fired, which is what he's been doing. You know what I mean? Like the only way to actually let him live the character is to let him not wrestle, which kind of sucks.
Yeah, but it definitely adds to real heat.
It does. I think I just don't think they could have done it before. I think like you're right. It's working and it's excellent. It just it couldn't have worked before. They had to pull the trigger at the very end, like when he's about to go to fuck off to UFC for a while. Like that's the only time it would work.
So what do you think's happening come SummerSlam? You think he's going to retain the title, or you think Strowman's going to cash in if he loses the title, or you think KO's going to win and cash in on that? Or
so this is one of those great times where WWE actually has something to hold over us, because normally it's like, who's going to win the title, this guy or that guy? And it's like, who gives a shit who the champion is? Like, yes, I care. That's why I watch. It is fun and games and all that, but like, there's no real world ramifications. But when CM Punk was like rumored to not have signed a new contract and then had a match for the world title on the last day of his contract, and we didn't know if he was going to walk away with the championship and no contract or not, that was kind of cool. Even though I think he signed like an emergency contract in the days leading up to that, but like just the fact they were able to.
Please stay.
Hmm?
I was like, oh, please stay. Please stay.
Yeah, exactly. And then he blows McMahon a kiss on the way out. Like, oh, it was just fucking awesome. So this one, it's kind of the same thing. They get to linger over us. Like, is he going to obviously lose the title to Reigns? Because that's what we've been teasing for, like, every main event for the past 4 years. Or is he going to take the world title to UFC? And it's crazy to think that, like, either of those would be insane. It would be insane to finally give in and give Reigns the title, even though that's the obvious choice. It would be insane also to let Brock walk away with the title. Therefore, the obvious choice, I guess, is fucking Braun Strowman cashing in, but even that's obvious right now, and I don't think they're going to do something obvious. Even though any one of those three would be unique and kind of cool in its own way, they're going to find something stupid to do instead. Because if they find something stupid to do that's not cool at all, then they shock everyone. And everyone's like, holy shit, this is why I don't watch. But they said holy shit, and they're still going to watch. And that's my take. That's how I think SummerSlam's going to go.
I'm kind of hoping, in a way, that Lesnar retains the title and takes it to the UFC. Because tonight, I think everybody just found out that the WWE has 30 million YouTube subscribers.
That's too many.
That's more than they said it. They said it in the NFL, NHL, NASCAR, and every other professional sports league combined right now.
That's insane.
That's insane.
That's ridiculous.
That's insane.
I mean, hey, actually, keep in mind, you stopped watching for forever, and you still watched wrestling clips on YouTube here and there throughout the years, right? You ducked in here and there.
Yeah, true that. I mean, shit. Anything that had to do with The Undertaker or, like, any wrestler from the Attitude Era, yeah, like, I always, flash back and relived what I call the glory days of the WWE/F. And yes, it was the WWF once upon a time. Any young kids that are watching, corrupting their minds, it was the WWF. It sounded official. Federation. Entertainment. The fuck.
Federation more sounded like, I don't know, like Star Trek to me than official.
Here we are on the USS World Wrestling Federation. Going to talk to Deep Space Nine. We got 7 of 9 Wrestling Edge later on in the main event. Cyborg versus the Rated R superstar.
Speaking of Deep Space Nine, the Deep Six that fucking Baron Corbin gave Finn Balor tonight was insane. They spun around like 37 times before he hit the mat, and it looked sick. Did you catch that?
Yeah, I did. I think I actually put that down on my notes, saying that was almost the highlight of the match, but the NXT banner definitely was the highlight of that match.
No, you're right. It really, the banner took the cake.
I mean, how long can you really hold a headlock for? Finn Balor held that headlock for a good 4.5 minutes. Like, just like, dude, you're not Mark Henry. You can't lock in a headlock that long.
I would not want to be in a headlock by Mark Henry. Oh, good lord.
Me neither. Imagine how bad his armpit smells.
I don't want to.
Holy shit.
I don't want to go there.
I'd probably die just from the sight.
Oh, speaking of dying, we should really talk about Grandmaster Sexay before we go off the air here.
Yes, yes, we should. Grandmaster Sexay. Oh my, hey, see, we mention him and the lights go out.
That's weird.
No, it's not.
Oh,
there we go. But yeah, it's funny. Anyone that's watching this or rewatches it, I was actually talking about Grandmaster Sexay, the toggle switch, the other night. And it was like, as I was talking about him, he was like tying the goddamn noose in his jail cell.
Yeah, it's true. You were texting me about him, just like, remember this guy? I can't believe we haven't talked about him yet. And I was like, why would we talk about him? And yeah.
Dude, that dance killed me. Coming out to bury people because he's the king. Dude, I'm going to bury people. And then they're like, nah, man, we got this, who? Guy, and with this guy with the fucking huge fat ass, like, nah, man, you're gonna get overshadowed real quick.
Can you do the worm
But
in
no,
real life? Is the worm something that you can actually do?
me personally,
Yeah.
hell no. I got like borderline scoliosis at this point in my life.
But so does Scotty Too Hottie, and he could probably still do it.
Yeah, but it's because he has to. He's an entertainer. I'm a shipbuilder.
Well, you have a video editing app now, so you should edit a video of you doing the worm. All right, what if someone donates money? What if someone donates money to us? Will you do a worm?
Oh, yeah. As long as they pay for my hospital bill after.
All right, name your price. What are we looking for?
Yeah, shit, $10.
$10.
That'll work.
$10 for a worm, just like on the corner.
And $10, I'll do the worm, and I'll do the Scotty Too Hottie thing, and I'll find a goddamn wrestling buddy or something to do with him.
That's pretty good. Oh,
I'll do the worm to the Ultimate Warrior.
They should have to supply the wrestling buddy too. That should be part of it.
No, because I kind of just want to buy one just to have one. I remember giving spike pile drivers to the big boss man off my... when I was like 8 years old.
I think everyone
Before
beat the shit out of the big boss. Everyone beat the shit out of the big boss man. And like that guy died, and we all remembered like the later part of his career and the early part of his career, but not anyone mentioned the fact that like we all grew up beating the ever living shit out of a pillow shaped like his face. That's kind of weird.
Yep. See, it was weird because like as a kid there was like certain things you slept with, but your wrestling buddies like never went in the bed. You're like, no, we'll wrestle in the bed. I'll give you a leg drop, but you ain't sleeping with me, motherfucker. I don't care. I can't wake up to the Ultimate Warrior first thing in the morning. I can't deal with that kind of energy. You just wake up first thing and like your wrestling buddies shaking the sheets off the fucking bed.
Imagine waking up and the Ultimate Warrior just has you in a full Nelson. This fucking wrestling buddy has you in a fucking full Nelson. You're like, oh shit.
Be terrible. Hey, you want to know what's funny? I was driving back from work the other day, and the Ultimate Warrior theme song came up on my satellite radio that I have a lot linked through Bluetooth and shit.
That's weird.
And yeah, I ended up going to Canada and back within 10 minutes. It's amazing what that music does. It's like, I just put the pedal to the metal, just whoa! The warrior will live forever. But yeah, Brian Christopher. Yeah, that's a tragedy, man. He was one entertaining dude. Like he was kind of one of those pivotal characters in the Attitude Era, I think.
He was in all the video games too. He was in No Mercy.
Dude, like he was just hilarious. Remember when he used to just run around the ring, just just do that fucking laugh.
I think his character was date rapist who never got a date rape. And it was fantastic. It was just such an innocent, pure character to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he was like a guy that wanted to be on Jersey Shore, but just wasn't Jersey Shore-ish enough. Like, dude, like you're too much of a douche. Like, we're sorry.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate. Too much of a douche is the way we'll remember him. Rest his soul. Okay, so I think what.
No. He just kind of looked like the kind of guy that like gave Molly to 17-year-olds.
Yeah, exactly. But like they winked at him and then they flushed it down the toilet and then called the police. Like it was amazing.
He gets in the mall and he's out in the backyard.
The cops are just like, we were going to interview a couple people, then we saw him doing that, and we knew who to bring in.
Yeah, well, got him, Chief.
He was in the back of the cruiser just like,
before we go, let's talk real quick about Paul Heyman and Paul Heyman's potential future.
Yes.
Because I kind of see him turning on Brock Lesnar and possibly siding with Roman in order to get Roman over.
Oh, that would get Roman so much heat at first, and then Heyman could get anyone over. He'll turn it right around. That's brilliant. Paul
Heyman is like what Vince McMahon wishes he could be, just like that loose cannon asshole. But Vince is just like a whole nother level of crazy. Vince McMahon is the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase.
Yeah, that's
the persona Vince wanted to have for himself as a wrestler. So like that's who Vince is. Like Paul Heyman, he's just Hey, I'm here. I got a big mouth and I'm Jewish. Fucking what up? And like, dude, he could talk an old lady into the fucking eating a ketchup popsicle with white gloves after Labor Day. Why is my camera thing going crazy?
Where the fuck did you get? Where did you get that line from? That was amazing.
What thing?
The popsicle line.
I don't know. I just kind of winged it.
That was good. Oh, that's gold.
Shit, man. Like, my brain's a dangerous place. Oh, yeah. There was next to no crowd at Raw either. At least from what I saw in the opening segments and the ending segments. It's pretty barren.
I tried to get a picture, but I probably figured that they would flag us for copyright infringement for taking a picture of their empty seats. So, fuck it.
And did you know Evolution is coming?
I did not. Tell me more.
They only talked about it during the entire fucking match. Every woman's match, like, oh, we got Evolution coming. 50-woman battle royal, whatever the fucking turd burgerless shit it is. It's like, dude, we know it's coming. Like, we just saw it last week. Saw it on SmackDown. I'm pretty sure they mentioned it on NXT as well.
Yeah, they did.
Like, dude, we know. Like, they're going to hype that shit up so much that people aren't going to want to tune in because it's just getting...
No, that's not true. People, that would never happen. I've never been like, I heard about this too much. Like WrestleMania, I heard about WrestleMania too much. Now I'm not going to watch it. No, we're going to fucking watch it.
Sometimes I don't. Like, I'm not watching Roman Reigns in another main event. Click.
Yeah, but now that you're on this podcast, you fucking have to.
Yeah, dude, oh my God, Raw was such a chore to fucking stomach tonight.
We chugged along, and you know what? We actually kind of covered everything, which is surprising.
Yeah, it was actually for a 3-hour show. It's amazing it can be summed up in less than an hour.
Yeah,
like what happened? Oh, Brock Lesnar is pretty cool. Seth Rollins apparently owns an Apple phone. I always took him for an Android guy. I didn't know he had an Apple.
Brock Lesnar will take care of anyone's phone. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, but you know, there's a certain list of people I wouldn't let use my phone, and Brock Lesnar right now.
You talked about Too Cool, and then Brian Christopher died, and then you talked about your phone breaking, and then Brock Lesnar smashed a phone. You're 2 for 2. Oh, then you were talking about New Jack all week, and then New Jack said the most inflammatory thing on the internet, which I think we should make a separate video about.
New Jack is a Twitter god.
Yeah, let's leave it at that, and then tomorrow,
we
right before
repeat
SmackDown.
The things that New Jack said on here.
Tomorrow before SmackDown, we'll put up an edited version of his tweet, and we'll laugh and laugh and laugh. Actually, we don't have to put in an edited version. It wasn't that bad. He didn't use any terrible words. But yeah, we'll talk about that tomorrow. One thing I'll say about
New Jack's tweet, he said, you look me up on the internet, you see all the motherfucking shit I done. You look yourself up on the internet, you'll find a recipe on how to bake a cake. And I Googled my name, and a chocolate cake came up. That's the podcast, people.
Good night, and look up New Jack's fucking Twitter. All right, that's it.